Obidient movement, a political pressure group that supports the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 election, Mr. Peter Obi, has attacked the Senate President, Senator Godswill Akpabio. The attack is coming on the heels of a recent remark made by Akpabio, where he stated that Obi was clamoring to lead a country as big as Nigeria, but has not been able to solve a small crisis bedeviling his party. But in reply to this, Obidient movement, in a press statement released on Saturday and made available to press in Oka by the group's Director of Strategic Communication and Media, Nana Kazaure, accused Akpabio's party, the All Progressive Congress, of being behind the Labour Party crisis by shielding sacked National Chairman of Labour Party, Mr. Julius Abure, with state-sponsored security. Kazaure said it is not a wonder that the 10th Senate, being led by Akpabio, has been described as the worst in Nigeria's history because his character as a man who lacks discretion in speaking and self-control in action is already in public domain. Part of the release read, "It is well known that the president of the 10th Senate is not particularly renowned for substance or depth of his public utterances. However, we did not anticipate that he would descend to such an embarrassing low. For the benefit of Senator Akpabio, the internal issues within Labour Party were duly taken before the courts by stakeholders of the party under the leadership of Mr. Peter Obi. The Supreme Court, the highest court in the land, gave a clear and unambiguous ruling affirming that the individual currently parading himself as the party chairman is doing so illegally. Rather than comply with the court's directive, this usurper has been emboldened by the ruling All Progressive Congress, which continues to provide him with state security cover. These actions have rendered the Senate President's insinuation that Mr. Obi is overwhelmed by intra-party crisis not only disingenuous but also hypocritical." Kazaure added that it is deeply ironic and unbecoming for Senator Akpabio to publicly highlight a situation his own party has played a key role in manufacturing and sustaining. If anything, his comments serve only to advertise his complicity in the artificial and externally driven disruptions to the Labour Party. There is, in fact, no crisis within the Labour Party. What persists is the shameless interference of the APC, Senator Akpabio's party, in facilitating the illegal tenure of Julius Abure despite the clear warning of the Supreme Court. The movement described Obi as a man who has sterling record of achievements in public office, which Akpabio can neither controvert nor diminish. That was a strong one coming from Obidient movement to APC and the Senate President, Senator Akpabio. Ugochukwu, what do you make of this development?
Laurentia, you can give it to the Obidient family. Obidient family, I think they have responded appropriately and in a clear terms and clear words, because I wouldn't see the reason why a political office holder in the person of Godswill Akpabio will be meddling in intra-party activities and crisis, even speaking on that, because he is a chair of the Senate, where you have members of APC, members of PDP, members of Labour Party as constituted members of the National Assembly. So what is his interest? Our people say when an elder, denigrates himself, the children will now, throw sound at him. And another thing I want to tell Akpabio is that in the words of, maybe you remind me who said that it is very easy for you to wake a man that is sleeping than to wake a man that is pretending to be sleeping. So that is what Akpabio has clearly said, that like what I said a few moments ago, that you said is allegedly. Somebody is beating the drum for Abure, and they have said clearly that Abure is being shielded with the state-sponsored security. And they don't forget that Abure's wife is a card-carrying member of APC and played a pivotal role in bringing Shomolu and Tinubu to power from Lagos State. So when a man's house is divided I wonder what Abure is parading himself in the national scene. Only in Nigeria, people lack integrity, people lack self-restraint, and people lack that that aura to say, I can no longer do this again. You know, and believe you me, if Abure exits from that chair, you will see him playing into the hands of another political party. So the Obidient has caught Akpabio to size because he brought it upon himself. If he has not responded to Obi, I wouldn't know whether Obi was a founding father of a Labour Party, because Laurentia, you recall that there was already Labour Party we are already crisis ridden before even Obi came. The ground was not too smooth. It was even the coming of Obi that steadied that ship. It was coming from the leg of the parent owners of Labour Party, the Labour movement. It was coming from Lamidi Apapa, and Abure's dispute did not start when Obi entered. It has already been there. Remember that Otom and the other man now, I think he's late. There was one that stepped down for Obi. Is it Dele Momodu or which other one? The one that
Dele
was
Momodu is very much alive.
No, the one that that the court that left because there was an indictment on him by the AFCC, took him to court. That he now left the position he was holding as Obi's spokesperson.
Okay.
The presidential spokesperson of Obi before Kenneth Okonkwo stepped in. So you find out that there have been Labour Party has been neither here nor there. You could even remember that the Labour Party has been embroiled in crisis even when Adams Oshomole was there. What that was made Adams Oshomole left Labour Party to go and seek second tenure in APC. You could also remember that when the other Ekiti state governor that won with Labour Party. So if Labour Party has been very peaceful, once somebody wins election with them in the first tenure, the person doesn't go back and continue with them. The former governor of Ekiti State that won with Labour Party, I think his name will come now. So he didn't vie for second tenure there. So Labour Party has been, in turbulent waters in their political maneuvering in Nigeria. Though it has been a shelter, so to say, for people seeking political relevance, especially where there is a loophole between the traditional political parties. Somebody can go there and hibernate to achieve his political future. After that, the person jumps ship. So I even wonder why Obi has sticked out his neck to amend the crisis in Labour Party. So, but be that as it may, the Senate president has no locus, has no interest to come and speak on crisis, that is rocking a particular political party. It is the denigrating of his person. It is absurd. It is not to be had because of the position he occupies as those people who we should see as people who are holding political offices that have no political parties again. Because him, Mr. President, should be the father of the nation. It should be seen in that status that everybody respects them, that their words become something that is nationalistic, that is not to be seen as being partisan, as being lacking in merit, that has been that somebody will pick holes in statements that they make. But in Nigeria, it is unfortunate that we don't know the thin line between governance and politicking, Laurentia.